I think we can all agree that the Hargreaves collectively share one brain cell. Pogo has it most of the time. Welcome to The Bright Side, a place where we talk about our favorite things. I'm Maddie, and I think I feel a storm coming on because today we're talking about The Umbrella Academy. As of the making of this video, Season 2 has not been released yet, but as always, I will be getting into some spoilers for Season 1 and the comics so I can fully express my love for it. You have been warned. I know the comics came out in 2007, but honestly, I hadn't even heard of The Umbrella Academy until the show came out last year. Even then, I had no plans to watch it. That is, until my sister told me I would probably like it. So, despite not knowing anything about the show, I decided to give it a try, and it turns out she was right. It's a weird show, but as soon as I saw the montage of siblings set to a Phantom of the Opera medley on violin, I knew it was my kind of weird. As soon as I finished binging the show, I read the comics to try to figure out what was going to happen next. I've been hooked ever since. The show centers around 7 superpowered siblings, and they're all strange in their own way. Luther has the body of a gorilla, Vanya converts sound waves into energy, number 5 is an old man in the body of a kid, Ben is a ghost, Klaus is, Klaus. They are joined by their adopted father, who might be an alien, their robot mother, a talking monkey, 2 time-traveling assassins, a soldier from the Vietnam War, and a mannequin. And the show gets you invested in all of them, even the mannequin. But I must say that my favorite interactions are between the siblings. Klaus and Ben's banter is hilarious, so is watching Luther and Diego take care of a drunk number 5. Vanya and Allison's relationship is pretty pivotal throughout the season, and it's touching to see Diego and Klaus bond over loss. It definitely helps that everyone is very well cast. No matter who you put together, the Hargreaves are fascinating to watch. The Umbrella Academy is based on a comic book series of the same name. Although the show does make some significant changes to the story and characters, it still captures the essence and the specific tone of the comics. The show walks the line between drama and comedy and isn't afraid to be over the top at times. There are plenty of twists and turns to draw you in, and since there's only one season out at the moment, it doesn't take long to catch up. It's a superhero show, but one thing that sets it apart is just how much of a mess the superheroes are. They're all very human and deeply flawed. They're also family, which adds a whole other layer of drama. In the end, they don't even save the world, the thing that they were all raised to do. Despite all of this, it's extremely entertaining to watch them try. Another thing that really sets the tone for the Umbrella Academy is the soundtrack. It was one of the first things I noticed about the show, and it quickly became a highlight in every episode. I mean, who could forget the siblings all dancing to I Think We're Alone Now in episode 1? Listening to the soundtrack, it's easy to tell that a lot of thought went into the song selection. Each song is woven into the narrative and is often specific to different characters. Some of them are even sung by the actors themselves, namely Emmy Raver Lampman's rendition of Stormy Weather and Mary J. Blige's Stay With Me. It shouldn't be surprising since the creator of the comics is Gerard Way, former lead singer of My Chemical Romance. He gets some cool covers in as well, and even an original song for Season 2. It really adds to the storytelling, and is also just fun to listen to. There's really no other way to describe it. This show is weird. And if you've read the comics, then you know it gets even weirder. Just look at Carmichael in the Season 2 trailer. But while the adaptation did make quite a few changes, it still chooses to embrace the weirdness rather than shying away from it. One of the main love stories is between a mentally 58, physically 13-year-old boy and his mannequin wife. Another is between a time-traveling assassin who's having an existential crisis and an elderly woman who works at a donut shop, and you actually root for them. There's also a talking chimpanzee, and despite Season 1 taking place in 2019, there's no modern technology. And there's no explanation provided for any of this in the show. Instead, you just have to go with it. And once you embrace the weird, the show is a lot of fun. The Umbrella Academy is such a pleasant surprise, especially going into it with no expectations. It has such a unique tone and an interesting assortment of characters. It's easy to get absorbed into everyone's personal drama as you watch the plot unfold. The whole thing is also set to one of my favorite soundtracks. And while the TV show differs from the source material in a lot of ways, it's still fun to go back and read the comics too. Plus, you want something to fill the void when you finish the season. but on the bright side, Season 2 is almost here.
Thank you for watching The Bright Side on the Daily Fandom's YouTube channel. Now, you might have heard we just rebranded, and we're no longer at thedailyfandom.com, but instead at thedailyfandom.org. So if you want more of the Daily Fandom content and you want to keep updated with our new rebrand and the wonderful additions we're making, then head to thedailyfandom.org.